Greetings, Earthlings. My name is Zero Jake, and welcome back to Space Engineers. So we're still on the moon, as per usual, and I've done a bit of work since the last time we spoke to each other. I have constructed the basic assembler and basic refinery that I plonked down last time. Took a bit of effort, but that's fine. And I've expanded the amount of room in here. So the idea is, we have this as our little bunker that has a medical room and a cryopod and a battery. All the things that we need in order to survive. So I can just stick myself in a cryopod in case I'm off the surface. And then this will have an airlock. So this will be pressurized as well. And this will have an airlock. And then out here is where we start doing our actual stuff. Because I don't want to play with a base that's underground for, a significant portion, because, well, first of all, excavating underground is a pain in the ass, and also it's a bit boring in terms of aesthetics, because you're just moving around an interior and there's no exterior to design. And so, as people pointed out in the comments, I'm ignorant to the fact that there is a build planner. Maybe that's because I haven't been here for 2 years, but there's now a build planner in Space Engineers. Wrong button. So there's this thing in the bottom, and we're going to use it today because why not? We need to get power supplied to these two so that we can use them. Because we can't use them if they're not powered, and we can't hook up the buggy up to the base because that won't work at all. So I went ahead and constructed all the components we need for a large solar panel. Wrong button. So if we middle click the solar panel in our inventory, in our hotbar, or if we go and middle click one of them here. Yeah, I can select this, and I can select whether it's wind turbine as well. We don't have any wind here. That's not going to work. So I'm going to middle click the solar panel, and it will appear in the bottom right here, and it will list out the components we need. Now the wonderful thing is, if I then go, well, for example, if I've got a light armor block and I don't have any steel in my inventory, I middle click with that. But if I have anything in my toolbar, sorry, I thought that was going somewhere else, I will pick up all the materials I need. Now, it said that I need bulletproof glass, but we can't produce any. This thing, however, either. Oh no, yes, I can. So if we had this operational, we could create bulletproof glass. But luckily, it's not required material. So now that we have all the materials in our inventory without having to faff around, we can then place it somewhere. Now, we don't really have much room to place things at the moment. Once we start getting a resource flow, I'll be able to construct things in a way that is a bit aesthetically pleasing. But for now, we're just going to place it here. And for an amount of the day, it's going to get some sunshine. My placement of this base is not conducive with solar panels. If I placed it on that side, maybe. So our solar panels are going to need to be placed a bit more central inside this crater. There we go. Right, so with that, these things... Stupid gravity. These things should now be able to function. Yes. So currently we're getting a maximum of 117 kilowatts, which is, it's decent. But what we're going to want to do is not waste it, because currently it's going nowhere. So we're going to want a battery. I've already got it in my hotbar. What am I doing? So we're going to add the battery to our build planner. Battery to build planner. You're going to maybe look it up, aren't you? Battery to build planner. Now, because it says we don't have bulletproof glass, I'm just going to remove it from here. Got an unknown signal. Nah, we're not tempted by that. Right, so what do we need? We need an amount of materials. 80 power cells. So, technically, I should be able to cure up into the assembler somehow. But I have yet to find how. Maybe it's just doing this? No. I'll look it up later, or someone will yell at me in the comments on how that works. Yeah, so I am actually going... Okay, so I need 80 steel plate, 30 construction. Let's grab our stuff and move it over into the bigger inventory, shall we? Right, so we're going to need 80 steel plates, which means that we need more. Why is that making noise every time I do that? It's disconcerting. Yeah, so we're going to need 80 of that, 30 construction components, 25 computers, 8 power cells. Now, we don't have any power cells, but luckily we can build them from the materials we get from stone, so I really want that to stop making noise. 25 computers, 30 construction. Don't have any construction, so... And 25 computers, which are relatively cheap, so that's fine. Then we're going to chuck all of our resources into that. And that should start making the rest of the ingredients we need for battery. He says. Not enough power. Not enough power. We have some power. Ah. A bit lag. You're going to be obstinate with me, aren't you? Turn this one off. Don't need it. I can't power you off of a single solar panel, can I? I'm going to need to build another one. Damn. In which case... No, I don't want that. Stupid. Look, I'm learning a new system. Bear with me. Right. Do that. Grab solar panel. Thank you. Middle click. Should allow me to place another solar panel here. Weld that up to the best of the ability that we can at the moment. And then I need to queue up some more solar cells. 32 solars. We need 12 girders, 4 construction, thing. 14 construction, yes. $12 girders. Right. Let's bring back all of our ingots. Do we have enough? The answer is yes. Good, right. Go wait for that to build itself. Meanwhile, the window of opportunity for getting sunlight has disappeared. Let's do this properly, shall we? I need to be the car. Right, there we go. Park that, and then we're just going to increase this by a stupid amount. Right, that should be far enough to be able to reliably get power. So we're going to move both of these. Move them into the more central locations so that we can guarantee solar power. Right, there we go. And then we should have our second solar panel online, which means that we should be able to power the assembler now, right? Right. Look. Well, I'd say that we're making enough, apart from we probably aren't. There's no reason not to try. Let me guess, not enough power? Not enough power. Right, this is why we need a battery, by the way. Right, so here's the question. Can you refine? Whilst... Okay, so that's the case. The maximum these can give is 144, which means there's only a brief window in which we can actually run this assembler using 3 solar panels. Well, I guess what we're doing this time. I'm going to double that. We're going to need more solar panels. Right. Right. And then we need 8 computers and 14 construction. Well, 8 computers and 26. Right. Let's hope that we have enough resources, because I really don't want to have to mine some more. I really don't want to have to mine again. Right, do we have enough? Yes, but only just. I am going to need nickel. That has silver and cobalt and ice, but doesn't have any nickel. So we're going to need to scour around for some nickel, but that will be fine once we've got this filled with power. I'll just go wait for this to process through everything, and we'll be back in a moment. Alrighty, so that will be all 4 solar panels, but as you can see, the sun is setting on our lovely little crater here, because I just had to pick the perfect spot for a base. Anyway, so by my calculations, that should give us roughly 600 kilowatts. That's not right. Less than 600 kilowatts, like 550 or something. At full power, which is plenty to supply this with power once we've got everything working. So I'm just going to stick all of our components in here, and I'm going to stick all of our ingots in here as well. And then we're going to go off and start finding some, well, trying to find some resource deposits. Right. Now we do have some excess ice available. The only problem is that we don't have much room to store ores. So I am going to have to do some retrofitting here if we're going to want to make that happen. Don't want to side of the wall. That would be a bad idea. Uh-oh. Yeah, bad idea. Oh. Right. Reorient yourself, please. Right, is our ore detector on? Yes, good. We're going to roam around until we find some resource deposits. So I'm going to time-lapse this. So enjoy, and I'll see you in, I don't know, however many minutes until I get bored. Okay, so we're back at base. I did a bit of a time skip, and we've got some sun on our solar panels, which should be lovely. Now, if we have a look at the refinery, I threw some scrap metal in here, so it should be working. And our basic assembler should also be working now. Here, have some. So we should now be producing all the components that we need. We now just need the resources. It's brilliant. Now that we can get everything. Let's keep everything in a going concise manner. Right. So now what I need to do, I need to get enough iron and nickel. Now, we did do a bunch of GPS locations, so we can find plenty of locations that have both iron and nickel. So let's try multi-select. Right, let's take all these off for now. We do not need them. And then we just want to show the iron cobalt areas. We've got one 700 meters and one 900. Go to 7. So we're going to go over there. We need to do some upgrades on the buggy so that it can fly around properly. I want to be able to use inertia dampeners and just make it an aircraft. Well, make it a hydrogen craft, rather. So that we can get in and out of this crater pretty easily, because it rolling around on wheels is not the fastest method. Go. I'm not the best at piloting this thing. I'll get there eventually. Right. Probably just walk the rest of the way. Right, let's push him. You. Oh, we're still parked, that's why. Right, so we need to grab ourselves some iron and some nickel. So let's go park here. My inventory should be empty apart from tools, and we're just going to start digging down until we find some. Right, so here's some iron. Nickel should be in that direction, so let's move this way so we can get to it. There we go. And I just need to grab some of each. Don't need that much. Yeah, I think we've already got plenty of iron now. Just need to grab nickel. Technically this should be enough, but I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go mine a bit more, and then we'll be back. Yeah, and then we'll be back in a couple of minutes at base. Okay, so we're back at base. Let's start sticking some of these ores in. We are going to definitely need some more cargo space on the buggy in order to do mining operations properly, but for now, just sticking a couple thousand ore in is not going to be too bad. Go. Now this should give us enough ingots for our purposes. There you go. Just need a couple more iron, and then we just need some more nickel, and then we can get to business. This thing is beefy. It's loud. Interesting. Gonna need to check on that later. Right. Okay, you should have iron now. You're not making it because there's not enough power. Despite the fact... What kind of orbit is this thing taking? Oh, it's because the refinery is going at the same time. Ah, yes. We can't supply power to both. That I can understand. Right, so you have enough. So we're going to turn the refinery off temporarily so that we can get the assembler on. And then once the assembler's done with all of its component shenanigans, we can build a battery and then we won't have these problems. For now. We are going to need another source of power that's not just solar panels, or we're going to need a lot of capacitance that we can, if the capacitance is full, if our batteries are full, they should be able to power the base throughout an entire night cycle, which I think I said it's about an hour, 2 hours. I'll need to double check that, but we need it so that we can survive that long on just batteries, and then we have solar panels to power the batteries. But we need enough solar panels in order to completely fill up batteries during their operational hours, which is going to be a bit interesting to do, and which is why I want to turn to using either a hydrogen engine or a nuclear reactor to solve our problems. Right, so if we double check here, remove that solar panel, we've done everything. We want to add battery. What are you doing? You go here. Yes. Thank you. Battery. Chariot. Look up here. There we go. Yes, that's the large grid battery, and then we should be able to just mill click. It will grab some components for us, and then we're going to place it down. So I should place it in here, theoretically. Not going to. I'm going to place it out here for now, along with the rest of our stuff. And we're going to start welding this thing up. Yeah, and now we're just waiting on construction time now. Right, we just need 32 more. And then once that's done, this will start getting power when these are offline and when I'm offline, and everything's going to be happy, cheery. Now we've got everything working. Right, I just need 20 more of that, and then a couple more components, and then the battery's done. Right, so whilst that's doing things, we should talk about the plans. So first of all, I want to finish this up and throw down a medical bay and a cryopod and a battery. We're probably going to need to expand this to accommodate a back room which has got an oxygen tank. We're also then going to need a conveyor line that goes out of here so that we can start hooking things up together. We're also going to need to build the bigger versions of these, which are going to be a bit more beefy in terms of their power consumption, so we're going to need to increase the number of solar panels we have. I'm going to want to start using a solar tower, which has solar panel arrays that will tilt and rotate towards the sun so that we can maximize our power income. I did that previously, and so that should be fun to do again. And then we're going to need to build a better exploration vessel. The survival kit is no longer needed on Buggy. We don't need the survival kit anymore. I mean, it'd be nice if we placed down the survival kit here, just so that we have access to it. But for now, we don't need it. So I'm likely to put a survival kit in the new vessel anyway. Probably strip down so that we don't need any wheels, so that we don't need any... Actually, it's probably better if I build the craft from scratch, isn't it? Yeah. We're also going to need a way to recharge the exploration vessel using the base, so we're going to need a connector, etc, etc, etc. Right. You should have started with half power. You are now inputting at this and outputting at this. Good, good, good. So I can then turn on the refinery, and you will be using enough. You'll get fully recharged in 11 hours. We've not got enough income to be sustainable by having only one machine on, let alone both. So we're going to have to work on building more solar panels. But until then, I'm gonna go do some mining, get some silicon, get some. Actually, I believe that's all we need to increase the amount of solar panels we need. Yeah, I'm gonna go grab some things. But until the next time, my name has been Zero Jake. End transmission.